Sorry, Mom. Yeah, that'd be me, your son. Like an accursed time loop in the pocket dimension of your mind's third eye, Halloween Horrorfest Spooktacular 2021, Origins Part 3, The Return Unrated Director's Cut, returns for its second Saturday sequel. That means yet another entry from a franchise that you probably know, but not the one that you probably like. But today is a bit of a rarity. A sequel made nearly 20 years after the original that manages to kind of hold up on its own. 1973's The Exorcist is considered, for good reason, one of, if not the greatest horror films of all time. The pervasive theme of terror as you helplessly watch your family and loved ones succumb to faceless, nameless maladies is one that resonates with me stronger today than it ever did as I watch my niece and nephews and families and loved ones grow older and leave. The story of Father Damien Karras' guilt of not being there for his mother during her last dying days is one of my own deepest fears, and is disturbingly well captured in the film. The Exorcist taps into these fears, and almost mocks you for having them. It's dire, dark, hopeless, and cruel. The Exorcist is so much more than a movie about demonic possession. It's about reclaiming autonomy, even if that means choosing to end it. And those themes returned almost 20 years later for The Exorcist III.
Death be not proud, nor canst thou kill me. Satan grows stronger.
You believe in possession, Father?
Released in 1990 and written and directed by William Peter Blatty, the author of the original Exorcist novel, The Exorcist III puts self-doubt and regret at the forefront. Set 15 years after the events of The Exorcist, The Exorcist III follows the story of Lieutenant William F. Kinderman, the investigator from the first film, as he investigates a series of murders that appear to be the handiwork of the Gemini Killer, a notorious Georgetown serial killer. Problem is, Gemini Killer was caught and executed 15 years before. As Lieutenant Kinderman gets closer to solving the mystery, he's confronted with the shadows of doubt, regret, and spiritual dread as he discovers the paranormal identity of the resurrected Gemini and his uncomfortably familiar face. With solid acting, wonderful dialogue, and tight, effective cinematography, The Exorcist III should be remembered as a classic in the same vein as its predecessor. While it may venture more into the psychological horror territory, that doesn't mean that it's without its own genuinely terrifying moments.
Brew! Gotcha. Scared you. Scared you.
The acting on display here is exquisite. George C. Scott as Lieutenant Kinderman is a powerhouse, bringing an even more subtle character and performance than he was portrayed in the original film. Brad Dourif and his good face give the kind of monologue performance that any theater kid would drool at the chance to perform live.
A decapitated head can continue to see for approximately 20 seconds. So when I have one that's cocking, I always hold it up so that it can see its body.
The fuck?
While the final act feels a little shoehorned in, and it definitely was, it doesn't take away from the overall strength and goodwill that the first two-thirds builds. Exorcist Part 3 is an easy 8 out of 10, and is a welcome addition to any Halloween Horrorfest marathon. Hey, like this one! You can find this one basically free to stream anywhere with ads. I think Tubi, Crackle, Pluto, IMDb TV, yada yada yada. Honestly though, maybe just go buy this one. Oh, and don't be confused about which sequel we're talking about here and go watch any of the other sequels. Yeah, Exorcist II, Heretic, The Exorcist Beginning, and Dominion, prequel to The Exorcist, aren't worth anyone's time and should be avoided at all costs. Now, you will go to jail if you watch them. You'll go to jail if you watch them. We will all go to jail if you watch them. Thanks for watching today's Saturday sequel. Be sure to come back tomorrow for our second Sunday classic where we watch a movie that I can't remember which one I picked. Let me just, Saturday sequel. Oh, okay, yeah, this one rules. And if you want to follow along with this year's Halloween Horrorfest Spectacular list, you can click the link below to go to my Letterboxd. And says subscribe. You can click on it, and then it will be like, hey, Austin posted a new video. And then you're like, I don't want to watch it because Austin's videos are long and it's about movies that I don't want to watch. And he made like a lot of them. He's made a lot of these videos. Watch my show.